A passenger jet carrying 224 people disappeared suddenly from radar over Egypt overnight. It did hit the ground, and recovery crews report everyone on board this plane was killed. According to Egyptian authorities, the pilot did not signal or make any distress or mayday calls. The weather was clear, no storms nearby, and Egypt's government says no signs of terrorism have been found. The plane's flight data recorder and the voice data recorder were recovered. Russia's state-run media reports that most people on board were returning from vacation in the resort town of Sharm el-Sheikh. Victims' remains are being rushed to the morgue, grieving families still waiting in anguish. So far, officials have recovered the remains of at least 130 people. CNN senior international correspondent Nick Robertson is in St. Petersburg for us this evening, but we begin with Ian Lee on the ground in Cairo. And Ian, Egypt's government has come out here and very quickly said no signs of terrorism. What do we know about, in terms of what happened? I know it's early going, but what do we know about what has happened?
Yeah, Poppy, we're getting pieces of this flight, putting them together. The real big hole right now is what actually occurred to cause this plane to crash. Now, Egypt's Minister of Civil Aviation spoke earlier today. This is what he had to say.
If the pilot doesn't report any faults on the plane, all that will be carried out is routine maintenance checks on the plane before takeoff. There were no reports that the airplane had faults. The checks done before takeoff did not reveal anything. Up until the crash happened, we were never informed of any faults in the plane, nor did we receive any SOS calls.
So according to the Egyptians, that plane fell out of the sky. No real reason right now that we know why it did. Now, the Egyptian government is searching an area with the diameter of 5 miles. They're looking for any little clues, any pieces. We know that now the 2 black boxes are on their way to Cairo. That's where experts will analyze the contents, and then we're hoping to get what the cause of this crash is. But still, out there in the desert, there are over 90 bodies that have still to be identified and brought over to either the Suez or Cairo. They're going to go through the very gruesome process of trying to identify them so that they can be returned to their loved ones.